What's up, everybody? Omid, Succeed with Omid. Today's Friday. I want to do some abs. I only have a little bit of time, and I wanted to show you guys one of my favorite exercises for the abs, the bicycle crunches. There's been a lot of different studies that have showed that this is actually one of the most effective exercises to really activate a lot of the abdominals all in one movement. Helps you save time, builds a good six-pack, and a functional core if you know what you're doing. One thing I want to say is that if you've seen my videos in the past, I always tell you guys that the abs that have one job only. It's just to stabilize the spine and then worry about movement and control that type of stuff. If you've ever seen any movie ever where the guy says, "You had one job, dude," this is one of those moves where we really have to worry about that one job, okay? So if you've never done bicycle crunches before, hands are behind the head, feet usually start on the floor. If you're more advanced, you can bring the feet up. If you're even more advanced, you can start up here. The problem is, most new people with this move start up here. They start throwing their body around. Yeah, you'll feel your abs a little bit, especially if you do 1,000 of these, where most people, like to go to immediately. The problem is you're not actually really developing a good, solid structure for the abs. You're not going to see as much result as you would if you really control the movement. So even for me, I'm going to start with my elbows on the floor and my feet on the floor about hip distance apart. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my opposite elbow and my opposite knee towards each other. Most people can get the elbow across just fine, but then the knee comes up and out to the side over here. I want it to come towards you guys, across toward the opposite shoulder. And then I'm going to hold each one at the top and breathe. The stability needed for this, the amount of other abdominal contraction aside from the obliques, the rectus, the deep internal, the hip flexors, everything is on fire here, and my obliques are left just to rotate my body. Really squeezing like crazy, controlling the movement. There's a little tiny bit of a space here. I'm not letting my butt come up off the ground. I'm keeping neutral spine while I'm rotating the whole time. My abs are on fire, and if you wanted to take this harder, bring the opposite foot up off the ground. Now the stability needs to come from here rather than the ground and the foot over there. Now I really gotta worry a lot about controlling this movement. You notice my elbows came up off the ground too. If you're an overachiever, or you don't want to be able to breathe tomorrow because your abs are so sore, you can start taking the legs out. Make this a little bit more Pilates. And you can even take the arms straight out too. But the whole time I'm really focused on the spine. If my spine starts to move around too much, that's when I stop, because I'm also not going to get the results I need, but I'm also going to risk some injury to my spine getting some rotations with movement. One of the most common questions I get a lot of is how many sets, how many reps, how often should I do stuff like this? For me, abs, honestly, once a month, maybe twice a month, directly. I'm more the kind of guy that says, if the abs' main job is to stabilize the spine, I'm going to focus on stabilizing my spine hard on every other exercise during the week. So my abs are actually slightly sore every single day. Direct abs, just to get some definition, that's maybe once, twice a month. But the other thing is that the abs are an interesting set of muscles. You can do reps and sets, but the problem is if you're doing reps and sets, you're not really going to worry about the actual engagement of the abs. So for example, I just did one set. I have no idea how many I did, but my abs are sore as heck already from it. You go hard when you do abs. You really want to make sure you get fatigued and force them to do what they're supposed to do, which is stabilize the spine. I'll definitely feel this tomorrow. I've been doing this a long time. I know what it's supposed to feel like for that type of stuff. You can do 15 sets, or you can just do one really good one, okay? The last tip I have for you guys, I kind of quoted some movies where they just, you had one job, dude. I actually kind of find it fun to chit-chat with my body, especially when I'm working out, and kind of have those conversations. When I start to feel the spine moving around, I actually kind of have that conversation. You have one job, abs, come on, stabilize my spine. And they'll actually kind of just kick back in and really focus again. And it's interesting when you say that and they can't do it, then you know you're done with the exercise. You could be 600 reps in, and it's about time to stop. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. The first responsibility of the abs is stability, and just focus on that when you're doing the stuff. You'll get a lot more results. You get a lot flatter stomach, and you'll also not waste as much time. One set's fine. All right. Have fun. I'll talk to you guys later.